And we're live on the flippity dippity. That's right. Started it off with the flippity dippity now. Still gonna end it with the flippity dippity, but that's it's just how it has to be. It's how it has to be. But anyway, we have the first official NXT of 2016. We had the best of NXT that was technically in 2016, but this was the first official NXT of 2015 or 16. I can't even keep track of years anymore, but it was pretty cool. It was a good show. I felt like it was finally back in Full Sail, which felt a little bit weird because they had been gone from Full Sail. It felt like for so long, but it was cool. Let's just kind of jump right into it. Also let's we got the Raiderade because it's nutritious, it's delicious, and it gets the job done. And DJ is not amused with the Raiderade at all. I don't know why. Anyway, we open up with William Regal back. If you don't remember, he had I think it was neck surgery. So it was good to see him back. Looked like he recovered really well. He says that NXT is the fastest growing promotion in basically in the industry's history, and it's because of all the fans. He says that they're going to kick off 2016 tonight with a women's battle royal to decide the number one contender for the NXT women's title, which is pretty big. I mean, we've had women's battle royals before, and I think we've even had them for number one contendership. But the fact that it was the first TNA or NXT of the year, and that was the main event, was kind of cool. He introduces Sami Zayn. I wrote a bunch of notes about this whole segment. I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit to speed up the video. This basically, Sami Zayn says he's happy to be back. This was his first official night back in Full Sail in Florida. He did return for his debut, but that was over in the UK. This basically set up a triple threat in 2 weeks between him, Samoa Joe, and Baron Corbin for the number one contendership for the NXT title. It was a good opening segment. I liked it. It kind of started to feel a little bit like a Raw opening segment, just the way it kept going on and on and on. But it was good. I like, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, and Baron Corbin together. I feel like they'll put on a really good match. And even in this opening segment, they worked really well together. Any thoughts on the opening segment?
Yes. It was nice to see William Regal back. I'm excited. It was really cool to start the show with Sami Zayn. It felt like, that's always a good way of getting the show started. I was completely fine with this opening segment, promo type of thing, because, we talked about how we wanted to hear these guys talk more so Baron Corbin than, I guess, more so than Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe, because we hear those guys talk. And, that's what kind of, put it all together for me, was to kind of, let Corbin get out there and kind of say his piece, and kind of, build on himself, through kind of experience. I definitely like this segment. Cool to see, Sami Zayn kind of be on top there at the end. It's a very interesting, it's a very interesting match that's coming up in, I think he said 2 weeks. I don't know why it's not like next week, but anyway, it's a very interesting match because it kind of can go either way, because Baron Corbin has obviously been on the rise. Samoa Joe was like this close, and then you got Sami Zayn who's coming back, but still, they want him to look strong, as he's coming back. But you never know, because you're like, maybe he's going to the main roster. It's kind of like one of those things. Because it was funny. He was saying, I'm gonna make I'm gonna make this announcement or something like that. Like he started like that, and I was like, he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble. Wait, what? It was just the way he said it that kind of made me think of that. But I like this segment nonetheless.
Yeah. Let me clear you up a little bit. He made a proclamation, a royal proclamation. King Sami Zayn made a royal. Sorry, I got off there a little bit. Sorry. But he could, maybe if they have another King of the Ring, WWE, he even make a good king. I'm just saying. But is it Rich Brennan, I think, comments on the grueling match Bayley had at TakeOver London and asks basically how she made it out still as NXT Women's Champion. Bayley says she doesn't feel like she won. She feels like she survived because she's never been in a match with anyone like Nia Jax. Rich asks her if she's ready to face whoever wins the Battle Royal to decide the number one contender. She says, she's excited and she wishes she could be in the Battle Royal herself, which would be genius if she was in the. I mean, think about it. She could win, and then she'd have to face herself, and there's no way she could lose. They should book her in that. They should have booked her in that match. They should have. Come on, WWE. Come on. And then you could almost, do a heel turn with her, even though we don't want that. But there's a possibility there. Come on. Hire us for your creative team. Just saying. Any thoughts on this interview?
Yeah. Really, the main thing I think from this was that Rich Brennan was hype when he got that hug. That man was cheesing. He was blushing a little bit. I was just laughing at that after he got the hug. He was just like, I don't know if they had the camera on him for a while or something like that. Like, but he was really happy. Which makes sense. It makes sense that he was happy. It makes sense. They could have put Bayley in the Battle Royal. Could have just made it for the title. Preview of Royal Rumble or something. Maybe. Maybe. It could have happened. It could have been a thing. But anyway, I definitely. I think not putting her in it made it less predictable. We didn't really know who could win it because there's been so many different storylines like going on around the women's title in NXT. So going into it, you really didn't know who was going to win, which was kind of a nice touch.
Yeah. And I like the way they did book it. We'll get to that at the end. It was a big surprise, at least to me. But moving on, we get what they did was, I guess there was voting on WWE.com. I don't go on WWE.com, so I didn't vote. So whatever. There was NXT year-end awards, basically NXT Slammies. So Tag Team of the Year, surprisingly, was Enzo and Cass. WWE didn't screw them out of it somehow. I'm surprised. Female Competitor of the Year was Bayley. Male Competitor of the Year was Finn Balor. NXT Takeover of the Year was NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Definitely agree with that. Match of the Year was obviously Bayley versus Sasha Banks at TakeOver Brooklyn. I remember when we were watching that, we were saying that was Match of the Year. And overall Competitor of the Year was Finn Balor. Any thoughts on these? Any changes you would have made?
Let's see here. Tag Team of the Year. Obviously, I agree with that. But I do think it's one of those things because I feel like for some reason it was more fan based than usual. Usually we talk about these and it seems like WWE's had a hand in it or something. But these are more fan based because I feel like as far as Tag Team of the Year, maybe not even in WWE's regard, but just like who's had the most success this year. It's kind of hard because the title's kind of been thrown around a lot this year. It seems like so it's kind of hard to even say because I mean you had the Vaudevillains be the champions, you had Lucha Dragons be the champions this year, I think. You had obviously you got Dash and Dawson, Blake and Murphy, and I wouldn't put those guys in the discussion. But I just feel like it's kind of hard to find a tag team like a tag team that was just like successful this year. Enzo and Cass, still I felt like they were kind of the fan pick, which was kind of cool. Bailey was female competitor of the year. No complaints there. Male competitor of the year, Finn Balor. I wonder if it would have been Sami Zayn if he would have been healthy. I'm kind of you kind of have your what ifs about that because you never know how long he would have held that title and whatnot like that. So you know, um, take over Brooklyn. I'll give them that one too. I agree with all of these pretty much. I was just kind of going back over them. I agree with all of them. It makes a lot of sense. I kind of yes. Yes, I saw that. Yes.
Boy, don't you lie. You know you wanted JoJo or Noof.
You know what? Noof just debuted tonight, so I couldn't. She it's 2016 now. Awards for 2016 maybe. And JoJo doesn't technically wrestle. She's not technically a competitor, but best female interviewer, JoJo. I would say. That's just me.
DJ's Girl of the Year, JoJo. Yeah, okay. We can work that out. We got that. But next, I was almost surprised at the next match because we saw Tommaso Ciampa. I thought they had forgot about him. I'm gonna be honest. We had Tommaso Ciampa versus Danny Burch. Again, great to see Tommaso back again. I feel like they should use him a lot more than they do. He's so good in the ring that, obviously, they want to change everybody to the WWE style, but I think guys that are just good in the ring, they should just let them go. But anyway, and Johnny Gargano as well. It's a great match. I liked both of them kind of trying to keep each other grounded. You could see they're both really good kind of brawlers. They just hit hard. They showed a lot of good. I felt like they showed a lot of good submission work in this match too. And actually, Tommaso Ciampa won with really innovative armbar. I've never quite seen somebody do an armbar the way he did it for the win. I just really like how they book these guys. I think they should book more guys like this that they know would work well together. That either are both hard hitting kind of guys, or just it felt like their chemistry was good together, or they just sold the match well. Any thoughts on this match?
Yeah. With regard to converting to the WWE style, it's just weird to me because what is the WWE style? Because we talk about it all the time, but like Tommaso Ciampa has a very similar character to what he had in Ring of Honor. Like I feel like he's using the same moveset except without the 10 running knees that should probably still be in his moveset personally.
Yeah,
I love the running knees.
He gets to the main roster and they water him down like they water everybody down. Sorry.
But I felt like I definitely like this match. I agree. I felt like these guys worked well together, considering I don't think they worked together before. But it was cool because they did have similar styles with aggression, similar styles with going ground and pound, kind of grounding each other with submissions and stuff. I thought this was a good match for a match that you kind of expected to be a jobber match because poor Danny didn't get an entrance, poor guy. So I was like, this is gonna be a jobber match. He didn't even get an entrance. I don't know the man. I don't know what kind of music he like or anything because he didn't get an entrance. I was feeling upset a little bit, but this match was a lot better than I anticipated that it was going to be. Um, I love how they had, Birch disrespect Ciampa a little bit with the slaps and stuff, and then Ciampa just turned up the aggression pretty much immediately. It seems like a Tommaso Ciampa type of thing. The hanging face buster is what I called it, but there's another name for it. I just don't know it off the top of my head. I like that by Ciampa. The punch looked really impactful by Birch. That punch he threw, looked like he killed him. He might have. But yeah, that little like floating armbar that Ciampa did, definitely like that. I definitely, it was a unique maneuver to end up finishing the match. So, I want to see him do more with Ciampa. Like you said, I want to see him do more with Ciampa because it's like he's there. Why not use him? Plus he's good. He's got experience. It's not like he doesn't have experience. Holding a title or wrestling in general. So I don't know what the issue is anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, next we got Enzo and Cass, and they got some words for Dash and Dawson. You see, they ain't forgot. They didn't go to London for a cup of tea. I mean, I'm sure they got a cup of tea because I feel like Enzo and Cass the kind of guys that they like to go to the local tea shop or whatever it's called in London, where you go to get your tea and you drink your tea and you. Anyway, that I forgot what I was saying. He says, the real G's, they don't lose. Okay, they win or they learn. I like that. They need to put that on a T-shirt. Real G's don't lose. They win or they learn.
They never put what you want to put on a T-shirt, Casey. Have you not gotten this yet?
I know. I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight it until they put something that I want on a T-shirt. One time. Anyway, he says the one thing that they learned about Dash and Dawson is they ain't got no backbone. Any thoughts on the learning and the winning and the tea?
As much as I love this serious attitude of Enzo and Cass, when Enzo said they ain't got no backbone like a chicken tender, I almost lost it. I was just like, man, Enzo, if you're gonna be making jokes like that, you can't be all serious because I can't do it. But I definitely like that they've kind of carried over the serious attitude because they didn't get what they wanted. So why would they go back to being what they were that hasn't gotten the job done for them before? So I like that they're kind of carrying this, this serious attitude. And telling them they ain't got no backbone like a chicken tender or like a piece of fish or something from Long John's. I don't know. They come up with different stuff all the time. How come when Enzo uses these ridiculous references, he don't get no criticism? But if I use a pistachio reference, for example, I won't ever hear the end of it.
Because you're SAWFT soft.
But
yeah. What's that? You ain't got no backbone? Like a chicken tender?
But I did love this this little, I guess it was kind of like a promo in the backstage area in a nice little hallway and whatnot. I want to see how long they're gonna keep this serious attitude because I wonder is it gonna change once they get the titles or I'm curious. I'm interested, as I say.
Yeah, and it was funny when he said the chicken tender line. I think it was funny. What made it even funnier was the serious face he had the entire time. He's just like, chicken tender. I was like, oh my God. I don't know how Cass doesn't just crack up every time. I don't get it. The man is good. I would be dying if I was Enzo's partner. I would just be cracking up every single time. I mean, I do anyway, but and we are me and Enzo are, the tag team champions, not of TNA, but it's of ANT. That's yeah. But anyway,
Is that interpromotional title they talk about over there?
Yeah. This is this is the newest interpromotional title. Actually, it's it's the interpromotional tag team titles. That's what that is. Anyway, next we get some words again. I've been using that a lot. Some words from some of the lovely ladies in the Battle Royal. Billie Kay says tonight she's going to bring the NXT Women's Division to its knees by becoming the #1 contender. Let's see. Deonna Purrazzo says she's the woman known for being knocked out cold by Asuka. But tonight, you're going to forget all about that when she wins the #1 contendership. Emma says, surprise, surprise. She says surprise, surprise. She has to prove herself again all the time. But she says she's going to do what she does every week and make it all about her. I forgot what I wrote for a second. But yeah, so I like how we kind of got, a little bit of a comment from all of the women in the Battle Royal, and they kind of split it up, I think by 4, but they did throughout the night. So any thoughts about Billie Kay, Deonna, or Emma?
See, they didn't have to do that to Billie Kay. I mean, not Billie Kay, but Deonna. They didn't have to. They didn't have to do that to her. That's messed up. They didn't have to remind us. I forgot. I have forgot completely. I was on a new leaf with Deonna. Last name start with a P and then with a A or something.
Purrazzo.
I can't pronounce it.
Purrazzo.
Yeah, but anyway, I like these. Kind of throughout the night. It was cool because we saw a lot of new characters from these people tonight, which was a lot different. Because I think it was Billie Kay who kind of had the Oksana character. I don't know really, another way to explain it. She kind of had the Oksana character going. She was dressed similarly to Oksana. She's foreign like Oksana was.
That's racist.
No, against who?
Foreign like Oksana. That's racist.
They were similar. They were similar characters. but it was just cool to see some different characters. We got to see Cameron again, which was nice, I guess. I don't hate
that part though. We ain't even got to that part though.
I mean, I was just talking about later. I mean, before I jump ahead, let's just continue before I get to Cameron and whoever else was there. And
anyway, we got Regal. Regal got some more talking to do because that's what he do. He don't wrestle no more. He talks. He says after mowing over what happened between Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, and Baron Corbin, in 2 weeks there will be a triple threat match to decide the #1 contendership for the NXT title. Like we said earlier. So I think that's cool. I don't know if there's another takeover in 2 weeks or what's going on. What's the significance of 2 weeks? But I guess it gives us time to kind of build up this feud, I guess, since this is kind of, the first time the 3 of them started a feud, really. We had Baron Corbin and Samoa Joe a little bit there, but with Sami Zayn's official return, I guess, they're just trying to build up the feud a little bit. But any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was excited. I knew I had a feeling baby, I had a feeling that we would see a match between these three. I just like I said before, why 2 weeks? Maybe the Royal Rumble isn't even in 2 weeks, so they can't throw that in there. Why 2 weeks? Regal, explain to me. Explain to me exclusively on the WWE Network for some undisclosed price. Explain to me, William.
How much is that? Is it 987? Nine?
I think it's like 950 or something. I think they went down on the price a little bit.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I think they actually give you 950 to watch it. That's what it is. I wish. Anyway, moving on. We got Dash. We got a match for DJ. I gave him this match because it has two of his favorite tag teams of all time, Dash and Dawson versus the returning Ascension. You take it because you love the Ascension and Dash and Dawson, and I'm not being sarcastic. He really does.
All right. So we got the Ascension versus Dash and Dawson. It's cool. First off, the NXT crowd gets so excited for the Ascension. Why can't they translate that over to the main roster? Oh, let's start by using them. Oh, good idea. Yay. Why? Even if they wanted to use them with the Stardust thing that they're trying to do, that's fine. But you should use them. Because even when they come back to NXT, they don't change much about their movesets. Which I don't think they change anything at all, honestly. And the crowd's excited about it, which helps them out a little bit too. I just don't understand what's the issue. I mean, even if people don't like him on the main roster, turn them heel, make them talk, and make something out of it. Don't say, oh well, the crowd doesn't like him, so let me go cry in the corner and send him back to NXT for 1 week, and then do nothing with them, and then send him back to NXT for another week. Figure it out. That's what you're paid to do. Figure it out. Especially as creative writers, that's what you're paid to do. Figure it out. But anyway, the Ascension were in control throughout this match, it felt like. And I was definitely, digging this match. There was a distraction by Dawson, I'm pretty sure it was. And then Dash and Dawson would end up hitting the Shatter Machine. I like this because I was thinking, I was like, they're still trying to build Dash and Dawson up as a big time competitive team, big great champions. So I understand why they got the win here. And they got it in kind of cheesy fashion. They kind of they got that distraction going on. They got that heel way of winning. So it made a lot of sense to me if they won this way. But I just want to see more of the Ascension on the main roster, because if they're gonna bring them back down to NXT, what was the use of putting them on the main roster in the first place? Any thoughts?
Yeah. I like this match. First off, it was obviously good to see the Ascension back in NXT. For one, it was just cool seeing them back in NXT because the fans love them in NXT. They were one of the most popular tag teams in NXT. And also, you actually get to see them used in NXT. Like DJ said, unlike the main roster where they could use them fine, they just don't. And I feel like that's a big issue, not to go off too much, but with WWE is, back in the day, they would actually try to push people, give them pushes. I feel like today's WWE pushes are like 1 week, and if it doesn't work, they're like, oh, well, let's give up. And it just sucks because there's a lot of good, talented guys that if you just keep giving them the push, they're going to do something. But anyway, this was a good match. I felt like, putting these two teams, obviously are really rough teams, really hard hitting teams again, together, it was good. And I feel like, with Dash and Dawson, they're still kind of a little bit in that generic stage. We always talk about that kind of generic stage where, their character hasn't really popped out yet. You know, I'm starting to like them more. You know, they have, like I've said in previous reviews, they have that kind of throwback style, that just, you know, rough, tough kind of style, which I kind of like. But, you know, they just haven't had that, you know, I guess, rub. And I think bringing a team like the Ascension back to have a match with them kind of, you know, gives them a little bit of that, you know, push, gives them a little bit of that boost, you know, especially getting a win over such a big team like the Ascension, at least in NXT. I think that was a good thing for NXT to do. It would be cool to see them come back and maybe have a feud with the Ascension, have Dash and Dawson have a feud with the Ascension, because I feel like they weren't really doing too much. I mean, I believe Dash and Dawson are the tag team champions, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Give them, put them in a feud with them, because even with the tag team titles, they're still, you know, they're not one of the teams that I would immediately think of in NXT. So, I mean, if you just put them in a feud with somebody like the Ascension for a little while, even if it's not for the title, because, you know, even though somebody's a champion, you don't have to put them in a feud for the title. You could just put them in a feud. You used to do that back in the day a lot. I think if they did that, you know, we would, you know, start gravitating to Dash and Dawson a little bit more. But it's definitely a good match. Next, we go backstage and we find out that Nia Jax is not being medically cleared to wrestle in the Battle Royal because she was choked out 2 weeks. What? This made no sense. She's not cleared because she was choked out at a special event that was like 2 weeks ago. What? But she gets that news while Nia Jax is kind of pleading her case to Regal to let her be in the match. Unfortunately, he can't do anything because if the medical staff says you can't wrestle, you can't wrestle. We have the red-haired bimbo behind her with a big smile on her face. You know, she happy. If you don't know who the red-haired bimbo is, you don't need to know, because she's not talented and she can't wrestle, even though, you know, she had her own private trainer and she still can't wrestle. And do you have any thoughts about this, DJ? I'm sure you do.
I do. You know, Nia. It's okay, because Eva has got this. That's what she said. She said she's got it. She said, "Don't worry, Nia. I got this for us. You know, I got this for us." She was saying. I didn't even think about that until you just said it. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. I just thought that was funny. Usually choking someone out doesn't even, like, it doesn't hurt you for like the next like 10 minutes if it was a rough choke out, you know. I don't know. I just don't. You know, after thinking about it, I'm like, how did this? Wait, what? But you know, Eva's got it, so you know, it was okay. You know, Nia just needed a rest. You know, she just needed a little time to just recuperate, because obviously she would have won this battle royal if she was in it. Because, you
know, I mean, clearly, you know, I mean, unless she gets choked out and she's out for another, like,
well, no, if she gets choked out, how are you gonna get over the top rope?
But then how is she gonna throw anybody else over the top rope?
She doesn't need to. She just waits for people to just eliminate themselves. You know, Pope did it in a battle royal, so there you go. I think JBL did too. See, exactly. Bam. That's 2 examples right there.
Anyway, let's move on. We get more thoughts from more of the lovely ladies in the battle royal.
Lovely, he says.
Carmella says tonight is the biggest opportunity of her career, and 2016 is about to become a whole lot more fabulous. How you doing? I can't do it the way she does it. She does. How you doing? I don't know. I can't do it. But Peyton Royce says she has not been given much of an opportunity here in NXT. So tonight, the Venus flytrap of NXT is going to take that opportunity and make it her own. Who came up with that and why? I don't. Anyway, now to the only one that matters ever in life. Alexa Bliss, the queen of my world, says all these other women, peasants I would call them personally because she's the queen. She says all these other women want to win the beautiful, but the beautiful, talented, amazing, drop-dead, gorgeous, breathtaking goddess Alexa Bliss will win because she is focused. She's focused on you, Bayley, because just you're not up to Alexa Bliss's level, and she will become the NXT Women's Champion, and then they will rename the title the Bliss Championship. I love you. Sorry. Was there anything else on this show? Just was that the whole thing? Because I mean, that's I got caught up a little bit on that part because Alexa Bliss is anyway. Thoughts on any of the comments?
I don't remember Alexa Bliss saying those many words. I just don't.
Said all of them words.
I just don't. I just don't remember all those words coming out of her mouth. I don't. It's his personal thing. But I don't even know who else talked because of all of that. I really don't. After you said all the things you just said, I just have no idea who else talked.
It was Carmella and Peyton Royce. But the only one that matters is Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Peyton Royce. I actually don't hate the Venus flytrap thing, because she catching flies, bruh. All these other women, they is flies. They is, you can't even use correct grammar with Peyton Royce. They is flies to her, and she just catch them. They smaller than her. Well, they ain't. Okay, Nia Jax ain't. Okay, but anyway, Peyton Royce is gonna fly trap her way to the NXT title. I see it. But I mean, at least I don't get the character, but at least there's a little bit of direction with it because it was her just smelling a flower for a little bit, which kind of is a face thing. Because if I go outside and smell a flower, you're not gonna be like, oh, he's gonna kill me, So, I like the direction. At least there's somewhere we're going somewhere with it. I don't know if it's gonna last, but we can try it and we'll see what happens.
Any thoughts on Carmella or the queen of my world, Alexa Bliss?
I think you
talented.
I think you gave enough thoughts for the next 5 reviews of NXT with that include Alexa Bliss. I think.
I mean, okay, I gave you the chance. Next, we got the Drifter, Elias Sampson, versus Corey Hollis. Again, we get to see Corey Hollis, which was cool. I'm gonna give this match to DJ as well because I just because there's no reason for this one. I just did.
All right. I like this match. I don't know if we really. I don't feel like we saw a lot from Corey Hollis, but from what I saw from Elias Sampson, I liked it. We saw some like. We just saw his moveset growing, it felt like, because I haven't seen a lot of Elias Sampson, and they're showing a lot more of him, now that he's the Drifter and whatnot, and I like the kind of how they continue to build on his character. He's kind of out there a little bit because everybody in WWE has to be at least a little bit crazy, I guess. He's kind of out there. He kind of just sits on the corner. He's slow. He's methodical. I kind of like it. But he enhanced his moveset a little bit, which is nice. The nice little drop kick from the corner was cool, and then the twisting neck breaker to end up winning this match by Elias Sampson. was a nice touch too. I definitely like the additions to his moveset that we seen tonight. It was a second match rather than his first match, so they obviously are going to continue to build on him as you see him more. But Casey, do you have any thoughts on the Drifter? I would grab a guitar, but I don't have one.
I have thoughts. We have seen Corey Hollis before, sir. We saw him, I think, once or twice in NXT, and I think
I don't remember saying that we hadn't seen him.
Oh, I mean, he was like, we haven't seen much of him, and
we haven't seen much. Exactly, we haven't seen much of him. You said we've seen him once just now, so
we have seen him multiple times, sir. In
that still isn't much.
And Ring of Honor, okay.
And plus, I said we didn't see much of him in this match.
Anyway, it was a good match. I liked it. I love the fans chanting "Freebird" after the match. I was kind of upset that he did not take the request. I mean, when the fans chant it, you have to do it. I mean, you have the guitar. Come on. But he grabs the mic after the match and he says, "What this place needs is what I am." They need a drifter. They need a dude that doesn't shave and hasn't showered. They need a guy that plays one song over and over again. You need to elaborate, Elias.
What he's saying? I got it. He's saying that the WWE lacks real talent, and your true NXT champion is the Drifter, Elias Sampson. I mean, that's what I got from it, personally. Actually, all I heard from that was "what I do." I don't know why I didn't hear the first part, but all I heard when he talked was "what I do," or well, I can't remember what he said, but exactly.
Yeah.
What I am. Yeah, what I am. I don't know why. That's the only part I heard.
All right.
Moving on. Your new, soon to be. I haven't said it in a while, so it had to happen. It had to happen.
Next, we get a recap of the NXT Championship match in London. Then Alex Reyes interviews Finn Balor. Alex says that in 2 weeks there will be a triple threat match between Sami Zayn, Joe, and Corbin to decide the number one contendership. Finn says the match in London was physically and mentally draining, but he is the NXT champion, and that's his job to night after night face every challenger. Now it's just a matter of waiting and waiting to find out who is the number one contender. This seemed really like a really short interview, which was cool. It was kind of straightforward to the point. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely like this interview. Obviously, Finn are all challengers. Look at Alex. Where is Alex Riley? Just wondering.
He died.
I don't think so. They didn't give us like an in memory of or anything. So that's disrespectful, WWE.
I mean, I don't even remember what his last match was. Was it Kevin Owens?
Yes.
Yeah.
The NXT universe hated him, so he left.
I kind of liked him. I don't know, but anyway, not like what I think matters. Like T-shirt ideas. That's cool. WWE. Whatever. Next, we hear from the rest of the lovely ladies. Almost all of them are lovely. One of them is just. Two of them are just. Anyway, let's go to the first one. Cameron says that people have been asking, where is Cameron? I can assure you, no one has ever said that. Ever. She says she is here to prove she is more than just a funkadactyl. She wasn't even good at that. Then I think she said she was going to be the winner of the battle. I don't know. I was laughing too hard. I couldn't. I don't remember what she said. Just oh god. So are they going back to her? Are they changing her character again? Because I don't know. I'm so confused with her. Let's move on first to the next to Aaliyah. I'm still calling her Noof. But anyway, first off, she did the worst spin thing I've ever seen. It was just, she almost fell. It was bad. But anyway, she says that tonight she debuts on NXT, and what way to debut? What other way to debut than in a battle royal for the #1 contendership to the NXT Women's title? I actually, this was a short promo, but I felt like she was really did well in it, better than what I had expected her to do. Liv Morgan says she is gonna win the battle royal for the #1 contendership. Short and sweet, to the point. Also, I know when she first debuted, I didn't like her ring gear, and I thought it was too gimmicky. But damn, that girl, man, that girl cute. If things with me and Alexa don't work out, Liv girl, you and me, you and you. Anyway, we got Asuka. Did I miss the blonde-haired bimbo somewhere? Because didn't she have one? She said something at some point tonight.
Who?
The red-haired bimbo.
You already said her.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay. Asuka says tonight she becomes #1 contender. That's all she said. Pretty short, sweet, to the point. Any thoughts on the last 4 ladies?
You know what? I don't know why you're hating so much.
I'm hating a lot.
It's because of the love. It's because of the love that Aaliyah and I have that she doesn't know about yet. That's what it is. That's what it is. I was excited. I actually saw a tweet from her about her debuting on this episode, so I was excited already. It was, obviously it's cool to see, because you really don't know who are these different, women, and I felt like these kind of short little, tidbits of their character kind of helped us, know a little bit. I thought the spin was perfect. By the way, the spin was perfect. The only reason she would have tripped was to fall into my arms. That's what it was. I was there. I was right. I was the cameraman, and I was there. I was waiting, ready, willing, and able for the catch. But I was definitely excited for this battle royal because we got to see a lot of new female competitors of NXT. So that's cool.
Yeah, but next we go to the main event of the eve. Get out of here! Nobody want you. You smell funny. Nobody likes you, and you can't shave. Hairy man. Get out of here. Anyway, we got the women's battle royal, which I think Ryan should have been in. Because you were a lady. But no, this was the best opening to a match ever. The red-haired bimbo got taken out by Asuka. That is a tiny belt. Aaliyah, unfortunately, was the very first elimination. Very first. No one before her was eliminated. I want to make that perfectly clear. No one before her was eliminated. She was the very first out of this match. on her debut,
I love
was
her.
very first taken out. DJ, do you get it? Do you understand?
Yes,
All
I
right.
get it. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, Eva was eliminated first because the rules of women's battle royals, from what I have learned over the past couple of years, forever, they are. They're most certainly different because they're women. And I know it's stupid,
Well,
but
that's
before, no, that's what they've always said. They've said that if a woman goes through the rope, over the rope, across the rope, flips around the rope, they out. You know, regardless of it's the top rope, middle
well,
rope,
no, no, no,
bottom
no,
rope,
no, no,
under
no,
the ring rope.
no. They clearly said it's an over the top rope battle royal. They said.
Tonight they said that, but what you all, Casey, it's funny because you always talk about how rules change, and when it's always, and when it's not in your favor, you act like the rules didn't change. Hypocrite. Yeah.
Some bitch.
I moving on, but I know the rules, and the rules is an over the top battle royal, and you know the first one that went over the top was Aaliyah. And could I have please been in this match? Is what I would like to know, because you know I didn't want to win. I just wanted to compete. I just but you know, moving on. You know, my girl Liv. You know, she tried to powerbomb Cameron, and of course Cameron botched it, much like John Cena. Alexa Bliss versus Emma is just. Can we please book that match, please? Please, can we get Emma versus Alexa Bliss? That would make me very happy. The end of this match was just I don't know. First off, my girl Alexa Bliss was cheated out of a win. Then we thought Asuka won, not remembering that the red-haired bimbo was not eliminated. So we thought she won, and then out of nowhere, Carmella. This end of this match just got me Car freaking Mella won the match. I can't even be mad about. I mean, I can be mad about Alexa because you know there was hair pulling and cheating, and you know she didn't go through the rope; she went over the top rope. And in this match, they have to go through the ropes. That's the rule.
Okay, I see. There's rules.
When it's about Alexa, the rules change. But you know, any thoughts on this match?
For shame. First off, for shame. I definitely like this match. One thing I loved about this match was there were no eliminations during the commercial break, which for some reason they always do that. But you know, in this match they didn't do it, so I was really happy about that. Aaliyah was robbed. I agree. He said Alexa, but you know it sounds similar, but Aaliyah is what he meant. She was robbed. You know, she had a concussion. You know, and it was not safe for her to be in that position. You know, so she just needed a second to kind of just make sure. You know, they didn't do the concussion protocol or nothing. You know, and she was robbed. I believe. I'm suing WWE anyway. Liv Morgan and Cameron did something. I don't. I have no idea what that was.
Cameron botched it. That's what it was. That's what it was.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I just think that Liv Morgan didn't know how to throw a power bomb. Maybe anyway.
What?
You know.
What?
You know what's funny though?
Does.
You know what's funny though? I'll tell you this. What's funny is Alexa Bliss put herself in a bad position. She went to the top turnbuckle, and that's just not something you do in a battle royal, Casey. You know, you need to teach you woman that you don't put yourself on the top rope when it's an over the top rope battle royal. It kind of it makes a lot of sense when you think
No,
about it.
no,
But
no,
obviously,
no. See, in a over the top battle royal, if somebody goes up to the top rope, say like Alexa Bliss, you gotta give them like a 3 foot radius around it. You can't push them off because it's a risk of injury. You just can't do it. So technically, whoever pushed her off there and eliminate her should be fined. WWE should fine them.
I don't know about that. But anyway, I do think it's funny that Alexa Bliss didn't even outlast Billy Kay or Peyton Royce. One who is the Venus flytrap, getting rid of the flies, as they would say. The flies called Alexa Bliss. Good work, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Um, when Eva won, actually when Eva won, I thought. Well, I knew she had won because you had told me that Carmella had won. But I think if I would have been watching it and not known, I would have actually thought she won. But Carmella does win, and I agree. It is kind of weird seeing Carmella be the number one contender. It just seems like she's been around for a while, but she's kind of been kind of in that Enzo and Cass mold. Just kind of there. Like everybody loves her, but she's just there. But yeah, I definitely like this battle royal. I was excited about this battle royal, and it fulfilled my expectations.
Yeah. So that was our review of NXT for the first NXT of 2016. I'm excited for next week, and not really sure what's going on next week. They didn't really set up anything for next week specifically. It was just for the 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, when we get the triple threat match for the number one contendership. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the next takeover is going to be, when it's going to be. Excited for new debuts. Excited to see if Aaliyah, gets eliminated from loses other matches possibly. And
hey, I just think it's funny because a loss is a loss. So either way, it goes down as a loss. So Alexa Bliss in the same category as the rookie, the upstart. She just started. Alexa Bliss has been here for a while. She's even had a title match or so. So I just think it's funny that Alexa Bliss still didn't win.
But the danger of how she was eliminated.
No, there's no controversy here in this situation. She just got eliminated. She did a stupid move and she got eliminated, Casey.
It was a dangerous elimination. There's gonna be fines. She's actually
I don't think there will be. I think
filed a lawsuit like another star in TNA. I believe his name is EC3. So basically,
and he's the champ. He's the champ, darn it. He's the champ.
So Bayley and Carmella are not allowed to be on NXT until the rightful winner or a rematch is set up for Alexa Bliss.
There was no a rematch battle royal or
no, just a rematch with her and Carmella because it's only fair. It's only fair because that was a dangerous elimination.
I don't think so. I mean, because she got eliminated from the apron. She didn't get eliminated from the top turnbuckle, so it wasn't as dangerous.
Yeah, but that's still dangerous. She could have hurt her beautiful face, or she could have.
She should try to not land on her face. That's how that works.
It's at the end of the day, it's just too dangerous. It's not. So we'll see what happens. We'll see lawsuits how they go through. But that was our review. Give us your thoughts on the dangerous elimination of Alexa Bliss, and send her your well wishes. Make sure she's okay. I think she is. Luckily I think she's okay, but we can never be too sure. Alexa, we love you, girl. But we will see you. Come on. You know you want to say it. DJ, you know you want. DJ, say it. Come on. You know you want to say it. We will see you. I keep forgetting to flip back between the cameras, and it's annoying because I know I can do it, but I forget. Anyway, we will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh, yeah.